Good morning, all. I am Dr. Urmila, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. Now, I'll be teaching you your elective paper, Digital Signal Processing. So, before beginning, I will brief the topics that I will be taking. So, in this paper, you have got 4 units. In that, I'll be teaching you Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4. Okay, so today we will begin with Unit 2. DSP techniques. DSP stands for Digital Signal Processing. Okay. Now today I mean just only an introduction, just a few topics which you might be knowing. So you know what a signal is. Signal actually refers to something that conveys information about the state or behavior of a physical system. That is, it's just a physical concept that we generally use to describe the behavioral traits or state of behavior of any physical system. For example, we can say speed signal. It is actually represented as a function of time. Okay, usually signals are represented by two or more independent variables. Now, depending upon the independent variables used, signals are classified into three: continuous time signal, discrete time signal, and digital signal. Continuous time signals are defined at continuous times. They are represented by continuous independent variables. Okay, they are also named as analog signal. Now, a discrete time signal, it is just the opposite of continuous time signal. That is, they are defined at discrete times. They are represented by discrete independent variables. So the main highlight is a discrete time signal is represented as a sequence of numbers. Just remember that word. Discrete time signal are represented as a sequence of numbers. We'll see this discrete time signals in detail today itself. Now about digital signals, they are those signals for which both time and amplitude are discrete. So we have seen three different types of signals, and in order to process these three different types of signals, we have got three different types of signal processing systems. One is continuous time signals. As the name suggests, you can understand that here both input and output are continuous time signals. About discrete time systems, here both input and output are discrete time signals. And for digital systems, both input and output are digital signals. Now in detail we will see discrete time signals. Okay. Just now we have said a discrete time signal is represented as a sequence of numbers. Let that sequence be represented by the number x here. Now the nth number in that sequence will be xn. Okay. Now how you get a discrete time signal? That is, a discrete time signal is obtained by the periodic sampling of a continuous time signal or analog signal. Suppose that an analog signal is xa. A is the subscript. Now this analog signal xat is periodically sampled with a sampling period capital T. Okay, an analog signal xat is periodically sampled with the sampling period T. Periodic sampling means it's just the splitting up of a signal at regular intervals of time. Okay, at regular intervals of time we are splitting it. So if we have an analog signal xat and if we are sampling it at a sampling period T, we will get a discrete sequence, say x, and the xn actually stands for the nth number in the discrete sequence. So a discrete time signal is obtained by the periodic sampling of an analog signal. So it is mathematically represented here. An analog signal xa is periodically sampled with sampling period t so as to get a discrete time signal x, where n is an integer ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity. So here the t actually stands for sampling period, and this is actually the reciprocal of t sampling frequency. Now see this figure. Here if we have an analog signal and it is sampled at regular intervals of time so as to obtain a discrete time signal. So this is a discrete time signal, say xn. Here it is written xn. Okay. Now we can have, in order to analyze a discrete time signal, we can use various types of sequences. One is a unit sample, say only one line, and B, that is unit step. See the differences. And the other one is real exponential, that is in an exponential manner. And in the last one is sinusoidal. So this figure itself suggests the shape of a sinusoidal wave like this. So these are the various sequences that might be helpful while you are analyzing a discrete time signal. So just remember this, a discrete time signal is obtained by the periodic sampling of an analog signal. So this is just an introduction of this topic, and more details we will see in the next class. So for the time being, that's all for now. Okay, thank you.